So today I turned 27 and I want to talk to you guys about a couple of different things, which is sacrifice, commitment, the lonely chapter, obsession, and enjoying the process, right? Because it's my birthday today and I don't really have anything to celebrate. I haven't celebrated my birthday in like 4 or 5 years, I would say, like happily. Last year I had a very happy birthday, like a happy birthday. Um, the years before that, I think 20, 21, 22 were just like I was just in bad spot, right? It wasn't happiest of my days. I was in places where I didn't want to be. I was around people that weren't good for me. I was not happy with my health or my money or my business or just anything. And last year I had like my first birthday that I was happy to like celebrate and enjoy, and I had someone to celebrate with. And that broke like the 3 year streak of just like miserable happy birthdays, right? And how much of it was self-inflicted and how much of it was just part of the journey. So I just want you guys to take away those lessons and not have it so hard, because it's not necessary for it to be that hard, right? Like life doesn't want us to suffer. I used to think that uh, oh, you have to suffer, it has to be hard, you have to be miserable, and like that's part of the process. But that's actually just bullshit. That was my self story, my subconscious mind. Like it was just unnecessary. It was not what is needed, and it was just programmed into be my dad and like my family and society, and like, oh, you have to work hard to get money, you have to work hard to do this, you have to, it has to be hard, it has to be this. And there was this friend of mine who used to say like, dude, you don't need to be like that. And he wasn't successful or anything, but he used to say that, and I always considered him like a very lazy person, and I also used to consider myself a very lazy person. So I just thought this guy was just taking the easy way out, like he's just saying some bullshit. But there was some truth in that, right? I don't know if he was taking the lazy way out, because I don't know, but there was some truth in that. And in it's that it doesn't have to be that hard. Like life doesn't want you to suffer and everything. And I wish I had celebrated those birthdays, or at least just appreciated those days. It doesn't matter to me, like birthday is just another day, but my mindset matters, right? How I think about those things matter. And today, again, I'm just thinking like, shit, okay, where am I, what do I have? But who I, and this is the second thing I wanted to come to, is like the lonely chapter, because I don't have anybody to celebrate with today. I have no friends. I'm in this new city. um, I had the person that I had last year to celebrate with is not there anymore. Nothing bad, nothing like bad terms or anything. It's just the person's not there here, and I'm like, shit. Okay, I don't have anyone to celebrate with. I haven't seen my parents in a very long time. They're very far away. They're both in different places. I'm like, shit. What the fuck do I do, right? Like objectively, there's nothing to celebrate for me. There's no one to celebrate with. But that's just how I'm looking at it. It's my lens, right? There is so much to celebrate. I can celebrate how far I've come, what I've achieved, all the things I've accomplished, you know um, all the building blocks I've set up for the next chapters. Like, look at this fucking YouTube channel thing. I started this yesterday. This is my second day filming. I'm already like, I'm enjoying it, and this is something I delayed for so long. I wanted to do this first since when I was 15 years old. I delayed it. I wanted to do this at the beginning of this year. I delayed it. I wanted to do this in 2020 when I want, like 2020 when I wanted to start a podcast. I did delayed it, right? So I'm finally got to it. And I'm doing it now, and I'm making a commitment. So these are all things that I can celebrate. And one of the things that we all do as entrepreneurs, and maybe people in the journey of becoming successful, I've seen Alex Hormozy talk about this as well, is we delay our happiness. We're like, no, when I get to this point, I'll be happy. Or when I make my first million, then I'll be happy. Or no, when I make my first 10K client, I'll be happy. When I sell 100 units, then I'll be happy, right? And you can just be happy now and get that also. It doesn't have to be that you have to sacrifice your happiness for that, because happiness is simply a state of mind, right? Like, I'm happy now. Like, I'm sad now, right? That's it. Happiness is just a state of mind. So if you can see it that way, you can be happy now. And honestly speaking, being happy is what attracts the good things into your life, like law of attraction and stuff. You have to relax and you have to just be in the moment and enjoy the process and be grateful and happy and like appreciate life, and then life gives you more, right? This is the thing, this is the mistake I made when I was delaying my happiness, not celebrating my birthdays and being miserable. Of course I had reasons, I had very strong reasons to be miserable. Like I was unhealthy, I was having bad habits, there were horrible people in my life, like absolutely disgusting people. Like, and why did I have all that? Because I was being like an idiot myself, right? Like I was just being negative and victim mindset, like feeling sorry for myself and just negative energy. And I have to take responsibility for that. And or I was having guilt complexes and just allowing myself to be treated by like shit and like giving myself to people that didn't deserve me. All these things, right? And looking back at all that, where I didn't give myself the permission to be happy. I can give myself the permission now, and I want you guys to give yourself the permission to be happy, no matter where you are in your journey. Let's look at it like a 10-year journey, right? Let's say 10 years, it takes 10 years for you to make your first million. Okay, and I know social media era, we see 15-year-old kids that are millionaires and 14-year-old kids, and it's crazy. It does affect everybody's mind, honestly. Like I look at it, I'm like, what the fuck, how, bro? Like seriously. But this is another thing, like I'll come to it, but you have to give yourself permission to be happy in the moment with what you have, with who you are, because you are all you have, right? Whether you have people around you or not, you are all you have. And you have to learn how to enjoy that and like give yourself the love and happiness you deserve. Now, all this being said, I don't think I'm gonna do anything special today. Like I'm not gonna go out or like get some food or anything. I'm just gonna like just chill, just watch a movie or something, maybe record, maybe do some scripting, maybe figure out what my marketing plan is, just work stuff. But I'm not sad today, I'm not like miserable today, because those few years I was miserable, I was sad, I was heartbroken, I was devastated, right? And like that, delaying the happiness is not a good thing. But it also comes to my second point is sacrifice, right? It's like sacrifice. Most people today, if they didn't celebrate their birthday and they were in this kind of a position, they would be like, oh, my life sucks, or this is, I can't withstand this, I can't handle this, I need to call my friends and party and this and all that. Now, to me, like, I could easily call up a big group of people and like have friends, right? But those are people like in the lonely chapter that I am in right now, let's call it the lonely chapter or the isolation phase, right? The Rudyard Kipling poem "If" talks about how isolation is the gift, or I think it's Charles Bukowski, "Go All the Way." I'm not sure. Yeah, Charles Bukowski, "Go All the Way." Go, and he talks about isolation is the gift, and that poem is so fucking accurate. Both are, but that poem is so fucking accurate. I'm in that isolation phase, and now I can meet people, I can like talk to people, I can bring people into my life, but it's not gonna be the people that have the level of success or the level of habits or the level of the character traits, the mindset that I am aspiring to be or that I have currently, right? Because I'm in the middle chapter where all the people I've left behind that are stuck in the same habits, in the same loop, talking about the same things, the same interest, everybody who's there, I could easily bring them like and be like, oh, let's party and this and that, but I would be taking an L, honestly. Like I would just be losing out because that's not who I want to be anymore. That old person, that old Kevin is dead. Like fuck him. Like like I'm here today and I'm going up and going forward. And for me to sacrifice the long-term vision for temporary happiness would just be stupid. And that's what I mean when I say sacrifice, right? I'm not gonna, just because I want to ease my pain or like short-term feelings or discomfort, I'm not gonna sacrifice the overall vision, the long-term goal. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna deny myself happiness either. So if I meet somebody that's fun, if I meet a cute girl today, or if I feel like I deserve this treat, or like I'm gonna go to a bar and have a beer because it's my birthday or whatever. That's cool also. That's okay. Like it's not one or the other. Like I have to live in this horrible scenario where like, oh no, I can't celebrate my birthday for the next 7 years. That's just, I used to think like that a little bit, like no, I don't want to celebrate anything until I get to this goal. And what happens is you become miserable, you just become tired and fatigued and negative and all those things. Hey, look at the big doggo. And what's gonna happen is you become impatient because you're so desperate to just get out of that, like, oh, just please God, just give it to me, like give me the money and stuff. And you just want to ease yourself from the pain, right? And you can't enjoy the process that way. You can't enjoy the process when you're being impatient. You can't enjoy the process when you're trying like hell to get away from it, when you're supposed to be in it. So like right now I'm in this process and I'm just like, okay, I'm here today, this is what I have, I want to just make the best of my resources, and I'm gonna do whatever I can with what I have, and I'm gonna be happy with that. And tomorrow maybe I'll have more or maybe I'll have less, I don't know, but probably have more, and I'll be happy with that too, and I'll make use of it too. And just trying your best to enjoy the process. And it's very hard in the social media era where you're seeing people using all, like having all kinds of like lifestyle and this and that, but honestly it's just for marketing. Even the best guys that you see with the best lifestyles, even if you ask them, some of them even do talk about this, their day-to-day life is very boring. It's just office, it's just meetings, it's just work, 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 work. What you see on social media is just clips of their fun times, right? Like if today I made my first million, okay, for example, and I decided to go out to party every weekend for like 1 hour, that 1 hour would have like 60 minutes, right? And I would make 120 shots of like 30 seconds each. And you would think that for 120 days I've been partying, right? Like that's how we perceive. When we see from the outside, we don't really see what's going on. So we don't really think like, okay, this might just be that, right? When we see it instantly, we're like, shit, my life sucks. So you have to be able to enjoy the process. You have to be able to sacrifice short-term pain and pleasure for like uh, long-term goals. But you have to give yourself the permission to be happy and be committed and stuff. And what allows, I think, me or anybody to keep going forward in this journey, especially considering this is my 5th year, and I turned 27 today, okay, and I started my business, the first official business, around like the start of October in 2019. Right? It was launched on October 2nd, 2019. I started working on it on September 1st, 2019. So I'm literally 5 years, like exact almost into it. And I was like, please God, let me get my first sale for Delusion before 27th birthday, right? So that I don't feel like a fucking failure. And I did get this first sale like before the 27th birthday. I got it on 27th of October or 28th of October, and I got my first sale. And the price range for this company is much higher than the brand I did before. It's much higher, and honestly I'm gonna raise the prices like a lot more. I'm gonna improve the quality and everything, because this brand, I believe, is like a fucking, like a specimen, like, you know. I've created something really good, and it's just the starting. And as I improve the quality and the garments and like the packaging and the customer experience and all things with it, I'm gonna increase the prices, and I'm gonna provide a better price to the customers and all these things. And it's a step-by-step process, because I can't afford to make, or I don't even have the expertise or the knowledge or the connections or anything to make the kind of garments that I want to make right now. I don't. I don't have the skills, I don't have the money, I don't have anything. Okay. But if I look at that and I'm like, shit, man, I can't do it. I'm 5 years into a journey, and but I can't do it, and I suck, and this and that. And I start punishing myself for it. I'll never get there, you know. Like I look at George Heaton, Represent Club, and like I like that brand because of how the campaign, the stuff they do, the garments, the quality, and they go more into the luxury category, because they do a lot more craftsmanship, not fast fashion, right? And I really like that brand, and it also speaks to my aesthetic in some regards, not all of it, but some of them. And I look at it and I'm like, they've been in this game for 13 years, and they're two of them, right? They're two guys, they Mike and George Heaton, they're brothers, right? And there's two of them, and they've been in it for 13 years, right? And like I look at Nude Project, like Bruno and Alex, they're also two guys, creative director, CEO, and they're doing it and they're figuring it out, and they've been in it for 5 or 6 years, right? And they've had such a phenomenal run, and we all look at people's success stories, and what we don't attribute to them like is the fact that yeah like let's look at Bruno and Alex, right? They've been successful, or like they've been in the business for 5 years now. Okay, I don't know if you guys know, but Nude Project is a clothing brand out of Spain, very successful, great brand. And these guys, the founders, they've started the business I think around 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. But these guys have had self acceptance, they've been happy, they've been artists, they've been enjoying the process for maybe longer than that. Like I looked at, I think, Bruno's Instagram, and this guy was making art and like recording stuff from the time he was a kid. Like, so if I compare myself to that, like just being objective, I didn't even know I was an artist until like few months ago. I didn't even know I had this kind of talent or the ability to do it, or even maybe it was just the confidence. I used to take photos and stuff a long time ago, but I never saw myself like an artist. I never used that term or that label. I never thought of myself like capable of being a creative director. When I started the brand in 2019, I used to think like, hey, I see these fashion brands, the big ones like LV and like Gucci and Versace and like all these brands. I'm like, hey, these guys use the same kind of colors. These guys have similar ideas. These guys, I could do this. I could totally do this. I think like this, you know. My tastes, normal people don't seem to like it. They think like, it's too funky, it's too this, it's too that. But the best of the best seem to agree with me, or so. Like I just framed it that way, right? Because I used to see Versace and I'm like, bro, this fucking brand, they completely like, they are my thing. Like the robes, the shirts, I'm like, this is exactly like the kind of shit I want to make. And I'm like, if the best of the best agrees with me, what the fuck do I care about, you know, the average person who's trying to criticize me, who doesn't know anything, who doesn't even know what the fuck they want to do in their life? Like, why the fuck would I listen, right? And if I try to punish myself, like thinking like, hey, I don't have all the answers, I don't know what to do, I don't have the help, it's just like it's gonna bog me down. And to enjoy that process is to just be like, it's okay not to know everything, it's okay just to figure it out. It's a step by step thing, take it one day at a time. And it's I think Jeff Bezos said that thing, like step by step ferociously. And that's so good. Like it's literally that, take baby steps and attack it, and then destroy it, and then the next baby step and attack it and destroy it. And this is something I'm still trying to learn, because I suck at this. I genuinely suck at this. I always look at big goals, big, and then I'm like, fuck, the micro, there's the macro is there, the micro is not there, you know. Like Gary Vee talks about macro patience and micro speed. The micro speed is something that I really have to develop, because when I'm being micro speed, I can't have macro patience. When I have macro patience, I can't have micro speed. In the starting, I was heavy micro speed. Like when I started my first brand, I was so like 18 hours a day, just work. But then I was so impatient long term. And now I'm very patient long term, but very impatient short term. Like I'll sit down to do a task and I'll want it instantly. So you have to be able to balance both, to enjoy the process and actually be in the process getting it right. So yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about this stuff today: sacrifice, commitment, obsession, and enjoying the process and celebrating it and being happy and all these things. I think it comes down to obsession, right? If I'm not unhappy, I'm not this thing because I'm obsessed. I'm actually delusional about this. Like, I know I use the word I'm gonna use the word delusional all the fucking time, because that is what I am. Okay, like it's not even like me faking it. Like I am that shit, you know. And it's because uh, I am that, and I'm just like obsessed with it, and I don't give a shit. Like I don't give a flying fuck about anything anymore. Like I don't care. You want, oh, what's the latest movie? I don't care. Oh, did you see this? I don't care, bro. Like I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like somebody says, friends are like, oh, you don't care about us. Yeah, die, bitch. Like really, I don't give a shit. Like I've been in this fucking process for too fucking long. I've given it my absolute everything for years, for years. I don't know if like this is something I think about all the time. Until this year, it really bothered me. Is that I'm like, bro, I'm giving it my absolute fucking everything. I've had tests that are not normal. Like it's not even like a business journey test kind of thing. Like I've had some experiences that I'm like, really, what the fuck did I have to go through this for my business journey? But looking in retrospect, it makes sense. Like it makes complete sense. Just it all connects, like the dots connect in retrospect, Steve Jobs said, and it's so true. And I can't connect the dots for the next 5 years. I'm trying to, but it's not my brain's job to do that, right? I have to trust the universe, I have to trust God's plan. And I just have to do what I can today, the micro, and try to figure out the macro, what my heart is saying, and just let it go then, right? And being obsessed and delusional about it is something like I lost my fire, like just like the love for just like researching fashion and just all this stuff, because I've become so like scattered. Because now that I know I'm an artist, I'm like, oh shit, I can write poetry, okay, I can write thrill, like this thing. I'm not saying it's the best of the best, I'm just saying like I can do it. I didn't even know I could do this before, and I can do it now. And some of it I'm really proud of. There's this piece I wrote on obsession. It's called A God Amongst Men. And in that, like, oh, the words that I used, the phrases that I used, it all just came out of me in an instant. And it's all those phrases and words that I have seen in Instagram, like videos and reels and all these interviews. Like, there's this one sentence, I can't recall it exactly, but it's like, uh, every disadvantage you have can be overcome if you're willing to pay the price. More obsession, more everything. And it's like it takes like every fiber of your being, every thought, yeah, every thought, every fiber of your being. And that phrase, it came from like Conor McGregor's interview, and I know that because I've seen that so many times. And all the things that I've consumed over the past 5 years, because that's all I have done, honestly. Like, I haven't seen many, like, I haven't gone to any clubs. I don't drink any. I haven't drank booze in like a long time. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke, like smoke up. I don't go out to parties. I don't date around. I like my life is very boring. Like, although I've had these spurts where I like enjoy and stuff, but and I used to do all of this in like extraordinary amounts in like a long time ago, right? Like in college and stuff and all that. I used to just drink like my life away. I used to smoke all the time. Like I used to smoke a pack of cigarettes a day or 2 packs of cigarettes a day for like 5 years straight, and then I just cold turkey quit. Like, I was like, fuck that shit. Like, I need to clean up my life, right? But throughout those 5 years, whether I was just like being whatever it was, unhealthy or healthy, I kept going forward with nothing but obsession. It was pure obsession. Like, I was so fucking delusional. Like, that's the only word. Like, obsession to me is just being so focused and committed on one thing. Okay, being delusional is you are it. There is nothing else. Like, you are anything and everything that you want to be and achieve. That's all you are, right? Like, and people think you're fucking crazy, like, because I know for a fact, I've heard some people say it, like, this guy's crazy, oh, this guy's fucking crazy, dude, like, leave it, like, he's fucking crazy, he's a nutcase, like, all he cares about is this, or whatever, right? My parents also, my dad has used to be like, you care about this stuff too much, and this is all you do, get a life, like, be normal person, like, do that and stuff, and like fucking fighting with me all the time. Like, nobody has had more arguments with me about quitting entrepreneurship and just taking the normal route than my dad. Okay, so like, you guys shouldn't think like my parents have been supportive. Yesterday my mom was like, why don't you just get a job? Like, it's that's gonna be the case. I could be a billionaire, and my mom is like, but you could be a lawyer and get a job, right? Like, it's some bullshit. But it's you have to like just really just just be all consumed. You have to be all consumed with it. And I think that's the secret, like, really, like, that's the fucking secret to being figuring it out and making it, because the journey is very long, the journey is very hard, and there are so many things to solve. You have to rewire your self-story, you have to learn how to attract stuff, manifestation, you have to learn sales and marketing and finance and operations, and you have to learn the industry stuff. Like for example, for fashion, I have to learn about clothing and this and that, and you have to learn about leadership, and you have to learn about politics and how to deal with toxic people. You have to deal with, like, there's so many things, and you're gonna get overwhelmed, and the only thing that will keep you going is, okay, stay happy, stay in the process, enjoy it, figure out all these things that you have to do, and do it step by step, attack one piece by piece, and keep it all together with that delusional belief in yourself and in your dreams that if you just stick with it, it will happen, right? And that's it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, be delusional.